Should I pay off debt or invest? Hello, everyone. Troy Thompson, the Angel of Freedom here, and the owner and founder of AOF Financial. And today I'm going to discuss this often asked question. Well, should I pay off my debt or should I be saving and investing money for my future? And my answer, yes. You should do both. And there's lots of variables that go into it. But kind of first in general terms, there's a lot of positive mental energy that goes into seeing the balance of the debt going down and the savings and investing account going up. And so that's why I advocate doing both at the same time. Now, some people the debt can be really emotional and troublesome for them. So that's kind of the other variable. So there's the mathematical variable, and then there's the emotional variable. So that I mentioned the emotional variable of benefit of seeing debt balances go down, savings and investment accounts go up. There's also the emotional variable of eliminating the debt and not having this burden, and as opposed to the mathematical piece of it. And so what I mean by that, let's say you have different loans. You have a car loan, you got a student loan, maybe furniture. Let's say one of those loans has the lowest interest rate and the lowest payment, but it's to your brother-in-law or your sister-in-law or whoever it might bother you the most to have that loan to. Mathematically, it probably makes the least sense to pay that one off first, but emotionally, that one might make the most sense to pay off first, because if it's really bothering you, it's really on your mind, eliminating that thing can help expand your mind, free your mind, and to channel your energy into other ways. And so there's a mathematical component, but then there's also the emotional component. Now, the other question and practice that I see pretty often when I do financial reviews with people is they're making extra payments towards the mortgage. They want to get rid of the mortgage. They're trying to get rid of this mortgage. And to me, in general, mathematically, that makes no sense at all, especially if the person has a mortgage with an interest rate of 2.5% to 5%. Because you have to ask yourself, in my opinion, ask yourself this question: can I get 5% or more on a consistent basis somewhere else with my money? And in my opinion, yes, you can consistently get 5% or more somewhere else with your money, and you can do it in a tax-free manner in certain investments. And so it doesn't make sense to me if I have a loan, let's say a mortgage of 3.5%. Doesn't make any sense to me to make an extra payment towards that mortgage, and that's getting me basically a 3.5% interest credit, where I could put that money somewhere else and get 5% or more. Additionally, there's an element of risk. So why do 15-year mortgages have lower interest rates than 30-year mortgages? Well, it's because the bank is getting its money back faster with the 15-year mortgage. So therefore, the bank has less risk, so they charge a lower interest rate. So if the bank or whoever the mortgage holder is, if they have less risk, who has more risk? Yeah, you and me, the owner of the mortgage, the borrower, there probably is a better word, the borrower of the money. And so the more money that I'm throwing at my mortgage, I'm basically taking my money and I'm stuffing it in the walls of my house and in the floors of my house. And it's not liquid. It's not getting an interest credit for me. I can't do anything with it. And then let's say something comes along, like it's happened in the last couple of years, and I lose my job or my business has a slowdown. I get ill or injured and I can't work. Let's say I've been paying extra on my mortgage and I'm 5 years ahead, in terms of equity in my house and how many payments I've made and how much money I've made. I'm 5 years ahead on my mortgage. Something happens and now my income has stopped and I've burned through my savings. And so I call up the mortgage company and say, hey, I'm 5 years ahead of my mortgage and I'm kind of struggling right now financially because I can't work. Can I just not make a payment for a few months until I can get back on my feet, get my income going again, build up my reserves? What would they say to that? they'd say I'm crazy, right? Of course, it doesn't really matter how far ahead I am on my mortgage payment. When the next month comes due, the next mortgage payment is due. And when I miss that, it's going to negatively affect my credit score. So I, in general, am not a fan. I am more of the opinion, pay the minimum, anything extra go to other accounts. I'm not saying day trade with it or put it in cryptocurrency. I mean, maybe a portion of that, but something that's more safe and predictable, and accumulate money in that account. And then actually over time, probably 15 to 20 years, I can have enough money in that account where I could lump sum and pay off my mortgage if I wanted to. Mathematically, it doesn't make any sense, but again, back to there being two components, the mathematical component and the emotional component. So trying to decide, well, should I save or should I invest? My general opinion is do some of both. Take a look at things financially and mathematically. So let's say I have here's where I would advocate paying off debt is, say I have a credit card that's charging me 15 to 25% a month. That I would direct more energy towards and put higher monthly payments towards that, and maybe do a minimum towards a savings. Or let's say if I have a job and I get matching with my 401k, maybe I just contribute to that up to the point where I get the maximum amount of matching from my employer. But even then, I may not even do that, because if this burden, this debt burden, is killing me financially and emotionally, maybe that's, maybe I pause 401k contributions for a period of time, or IRA contributions for a period of time, and tackle my debt, especially when it's something higher like a credit card, 15 to 25%. If any of this is resonating with you and you would like a complimentary review of your session, and we can strategize about the most efficient way to tackle your debt and prepare for your financial future, then click on the link in the description below and we can schedule a complimentary session to review your situation. I'm Troy with AOF Financial. Thanks for watching.